Hey, can I ask the questions like what is your opinion, investment, and
Sure,
John?
sure. Go ahead.
Right now, Binance and Huobi, they wanted to offboard the China clients, like
Yeah.
how the normal people, like how most of the countries like treated U.S. clients, but all this investment firm okay accept U.S. citizen.
Right.
So what do you think? Like, can that stop the Chinese from investing again in cryptocurrency?
Yeah. So, John, you want to start?
I actually don't really know. Yeah, I didn't even know that Binance and Hopi is trying to. What are they trying to do again?
They will close the registration for the China citizen. So China citizen can no longer register account with OP and Binance.
Okay, I I think this is gonna hurt their business badly. But knowing the Chinese by right cannot by left, they will find a way one.
I think they'll do
So
I think they'll use a proxy. They'll have a way to proxy it.
yeah, I think they are very creative people. So by right cannot, they will find something to do by left just to make sure they have a pie of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to understand the China mainland wealthy people's mindset right now. A lot of them, right, because having lived in the US and having go to the US 2-3 months a year prior to the pandemic and being very close to Chinatowns, you'll see a lot of wealthy China people younger than us that drives an expensive Lamborghini, right? And that's the reason why. That's because their parents are making so much money and they cannot take it out of the country. So they needed a way to take the money out efficiently. So they all their kids, they are living in the US. They're living in other countries. Like we see that in Singapore too. We see that in Australia. We see that in the US too. But their parents are just their parents are basically just minting the China economy and then taking it out of the country because they themselves don't see a long-term future in China. Right? I've got a friend, I'm not gonna name this person, but this person, he's in the watch world, like watch collecting world, and he explained to me why watch collections recently has spiked up in value so much. And he told me it's because the China people are using watch as a financial instrument to take money out of the country. Because watch is less volatile compared to currency, any form of currency in the world. Percentage-wise, the movement is 1-2%. You get what I'm saying? Currency sometimes can move beyond 1-2%, right? So watch is going up, artwork is going up. I've seen some horrible looking artwork. They're on like huge auction sites and then they are like super expensive. They are like I've seen like spoons and like bowls. Like apparently they use words like Renaissance, like man, I don't even know what they're talking about. Some Italian spoons selling for like 6 figures. Absolutely insane. The thing is, I think when Binance and Huobi cut out the Chinese people, yes, the business will get hurt temporarily, but I think Chinese people still want to actively move money out of the country because what China is actually portraying or actually demonstrating is that they are like, you know what, we are not like America. You don't have freedom here. You do exactly what I tell you to do. Look at what I did to Jack Ma. Right? Look at what I did to a lot of these Chinese celebrities that suddenly disappear. Do you guys see like videos of Chinese celebrities that appear on videos and then they got censored? They got blurred out as well as they don't exist. They delete their social media and things like that. So the government is showing a lot of power. But free-thinking Chinese people, they believe that, you know what, this is actually not good for the future of the country. Right? So they themselves, they want to diversify. But instead of diversifying their assets, they also want to diversify their livelihood. They want to have like a way to escape the country. That's the reason why there's so many wealthy young Chinese people in America, in Australia, but their parents are in China because they're making money and then every single dollar is going to the US. And they are living in like penthouses in New York City. They're living in like amazing, amazing mansions in California. So in short, if even though the China government can find a way to cut out all the Chinese people from participating in cryptocurrency, they're gonna find another financial instrument, right? They already been doing it with watches, artwork, jewelries, and I'm very very sure they will be able to do it somehow, some way or the other. That's it. I don't know if that discussion is actually making sense.
Yeah, because after Huobi announced this news, and then the Bitcoin price dipped to 40,000 and immediately rebounded back to 43,000. So I'm not sure if this is good news. Like all the China's banned cryptocurrency news is that has been like disturbing the market, like making people feel annoyed. So right now, might as well, like, the two biggest exchange just cut off the China citizen. So in future, whatever news that is not affecting, is not really giving that big impact to the cryptocurrencies world. Yeah.
I think no matter what it is, yeah, I think this could be a good thing actually in a lot of ways, right? Maybe it might make the market less volatile. Who knows, right?
Okay.
So any last words that Wei Sheng, you want to share to the audience?
Okay, so I mean, I've been asking people to investing into asset because, like, for me, I'm feeling like the next financial crisis is coming very soon. So that's the reason, like, it's good, we must prepare for it. So investing into different asset, diversify your money from different from stock market, especially because I know most of the Malaysians, they invested in Malaysia stock market, and we are the worst performing stock market across the Asia Pacific countries. So take your money out. I mean, not everything, but diversify into cryptocurrency.
John?
So since early this year, right after Chinese New Year, I've got all my Malaysian stock market liquidated already. I'm totally out of Malaysia stocks. And I was holding cash. Yes, I have some cryptos. But recently only I started looking back into Chinese stocks, the tech stocks, because I thought they were very badly hit. Yeah. But then they are still growing. Their cash position is still very strong. So at the end of the day, I think what for me as an investor, I can't give any advice, but I'll just share one of my thoughts is always spot opportunities in crisis, because like what Rachel is saying, that if a crisis is coming, you will get yourself prepared first. Hold some digital currencies which the government can't control. You probably want to look into some gold and silver as well. They do the best usually in recessions, and we all and this recession that we are talking about, it has to be a global recession. It doesn't mean that recession in Malaysia alone and everywhere is doing well and you expect gold and silver to go up or crypto to go up. So I think at the end of the day, you just gotta really diversify your risk.
Right. So
Yeah.
so
How about you?
I want to ask you though before I put on my, where do I buy gold now? Where is the because a lot of people, when they think about buying gold, right, they buy from those jewelry shops. A lot of people don't
Yeah.
know, right? And which they mark up quite high, right, percentage wise.
Yeah.
So where is the best place to buy gold?
My advice is never buy from jewelry shops, because every time you go to a jewelry shop, you ask them what price you follow, they will say market rate. But then, do you know that in Malaysia there's two rate? You have an international spot price, and then you have a Malaysia market rate that was determined by the Federation of Goldsmith and Jewelleries Association of Malaysia. It's called FGJAM. So they created their own price. So these are your Pokongs, your Tomes, your Wacan, they all belong to an association, and they created their own price. So when you go to a jewelry shop, they say we follow market rate. This is the price that the association have set.
Yes.
So that's the reason why when you go to a jewelry shop, it's actually more expensive. My personal thought is, if I were to buy physical gold, I will go to Huobi Bank. Yeah, my preferred choice is still Huobi Bank. If not, I will go to online gold and silver platforms. I used to own one. Now I no longer own. But my industry friends who are still in it will be a company like buysilvermalaysia.com or silverbullion.com.my. Yeah, so these are the companies that very low overheads. They follow the international spot price when they sell their gold and silver.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, back to me in terms of last advice when it comes to this. For me, it's just exactly what I said, man. If you want to buy into crypto, I know everyone will tell you buy crypto, buy crypto, buy crypto. Right, it's very common sense. But what kind of crypto to buy, right? For me, I'm looking into crypto that can be staked and crypto that have utility in terms of NFTs. I'm looking into the short term, obviously not long term. I'm not like those people that to the moon, whole 10 years, 15 years, right? I'm a big believer on a few coins. Again, I'm not asking you to buy. I'm not advising you to buy. I'm a very dumb person when it comes to this. Probably I'm already drunk and I'm just spewing a lot of nonsense. But I'm a big believer in XRP, like Wei Sheng. I am holding a ton of XRP. I've been buying XRP every quarter, in fact. And I do believe that it's very underpriced because I know some big banks are using it, like not just in Malaysia. We're talking about international banks are using it. So I don't see why companies so important is not valued much higher. I'm also a big believer in Ethereum. I've always been a big believer in Ethereum. When I started in crypto in 2016, I bought Ether first before I bought Bitcoin. That's how much I believe in it, right? And I'm also into some smaller ones. I also believe in Solana due to the fact that it NFTs as well. So the point is, if you look at how I process and analyze, I look into what people will need in order to get the outcome that they want. Right now, NFT is very big. People are wanting to buy NFTs, and to buy NFTs, you need one of these, right? You can't buy NFTs with Bitcoin unless you exchange first, right? So that's why I buy those coins. But again, I'm buying them because I have no faith in the local currency. I remember grocery store. Every time I go to grocery store to buy something, it's about 100 ringgit. Now I felt like it's double. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I felt like the price has doubled, and then the bill. Last time, like dinner, very seldom, like just 2-3 people dinner. Very seldom it hit 100 ringgit. Now it's very easy to hit 100 ringgit. I'm not sure if you guys experience the same as well. So inflation is definitely here, whether you feel it or not. You gotta wake up. You gotta diversify, like Wei Sheng is saying. Don't just look into like stock market. I also am not a big believer in stock market because if you know anything about capital market, they can be manipulated in a lot of ways. So my advice is diversify, invest money you can lose, and don't have so much trust in your local government. That's my best advice for you, right?